Good afternoon, everyone. I know you're still finishing up eating, but we're going to get started here. So again, welcome to the Great Lakes Media Show and Student Awards Luncheon. Again, my name is Sam Clement. I'm the president and CEO of the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, and I'm honored to have you all here today to connect and celebrate your outstanding achievements. Thank you to everyone who attended our morning sessions, and we hope again that you left more informed, whether you're an industry veteran or a student just starting your career. And again, thank you to our speakers who took the time to prepare and deliver insight that we believe can help move the broadcast industry in Michigan forward. Now more than ever, we need young people like yourselves joining the broadcast media industry. I know many of you will be around for this afternoon's career fair, and you'll hear from our stations who are looking for new talent, that they want passionate, creative young people to help deepen their connections in the community and to tell stories in ways that are engaging. Your presence here today as award honorees proves that you are on the right track. And at the MAB, we want to help support you through every step of your education and career. I can speak to this firsthand because 17 years ago, I was in your shoes as an honoree of the MAB Student Awards, and that was a pivotal moment in my early career that has turned into a nearly 2-decade career in the broadcast industry. And I can tell you now that the work that we're honoring today is 10 times better than what I submitted, so you guys are definitely on the right track. Before we get started, I want to again acknowledge the people that have helped make today's events possible, including our sponsors, and we are deeply thankful for their support. We want to thank our Student Award sponsors, OK to Say, Northern Michigan University, WLUC TV in Marquette, and BMI. And again, thank you to our Great Lakes Media Show sponsors, Ross, Nemail Electronics, Clearcom, Enco, Sorcerer, Gates Air, Dialite, Everts, Digigram, Broadcasters General Store, Broadcast Electronics, LiveView, and of course, Nautel. Please give them a round of applause again for our sponsors. Again, we invite you after our awards lunch to visit our career fair. You'll be able to get to the career fair into the River Street Pub directly through the doors to my left of the stage. We have more than 60 stations represented here today at the fair, and we hope that you'll take advantage of making some deeper connections that can accelerate your career. While everyone is finishing their meal, we're going to get started. In 1994, the MAB established the MAB Foundation, which is a nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to education, scholarships, and preserving broadcasting in Michigan. Now please join me in welcoming the chair of the MAB Foundation, Digital Dot Connector at Jacobs Media Strategies, Seth Ressler.
Thank you, Sam. The MAB Foundation's mission is to encourage, support, and sponsor educational activities for young people interested in the broadcasting industry. Beyond scholarships available, the foundation also helps students connect with stations to secure jobs and internships and continuing education programs to accelerate your learning and understanding of the industry. Like a lot of you, I started my career in college radio, and it was a fantastic station. It opened a lot of doors for me. But I was living in a state that did not have an organization that was dedicated to investing resources in the next generation of broadcasters like the one here in Michigan. You're very lucky to have this. I have moved from city to city to city and state to state to state in my career, and when I got to Michigan 8 years ago, I was blown away by the work that the MAB and the MAB Foundation have done under the leadership of Sam and Carol before him to invest in you. I want you to know that we are excited that you're here, and we hope that you use the resources that we offer. Please do not be shy about doing that. Please go up to the professional broadcasters that are in this room, introduce yourself, say hello, ask them questions, ask them for advice. We are glad that you are here. We want you here. The truth is, we need you here, and we are here for you. You can learn more about the services available through the foundation by visiting the MAB website, michiganmedia.com. Here you can find details about the Great Lake Broadcast and Sports Media Academy. Last December, for the first time, we welcomed more than 600 students to Ford Field to learn about the broadcast industry and connect with stations. It was an absolutely fantastic event, and we are planning to go back to Ford Field in November for the second annual Academy, and we hope that all of you will join us for that. Now, I'd like to share a short video from Rockford High School student Madeline Nunn, who worked hard to produce this piece that shares a little bit more about what the MAB Foundation does for students in Michigan.
The MAB Foundation is designed to help students through scholarships, programs, and really to give them a level of support as they consider careers in broadcast and media. And so we've had a lot of support from various donors and through the MAB. And so to have this foundation, it's an arm of the MAB that really allows us to build up the next generation of great broadcasters.
Personally, it pushed me to create videos that were outside of my comfort zone and I wouldn't have normally produced. And then it also pushed me to go into broadcasting as a career.
I've learned how fun and exciting it can be to be in broadcasting media throughout the duration of my high school experience.
One of the single-handedly best ways you can improve yourself is just getting in a competition, and does that for so many college and high school students. Breaks the best out of all broadcasters all around Michigan.
The Great Lakes Broadcast and Sports Media Academy. The goal of this academy is to just get a better understanding of the ecosystem of broadcasting. And we're really excited to be able to give that level of exposure to students who are considering a path in this industry. I think the opportunity for students right now is as exciting as it's ever been. Our industry is evolving at a rapid pace, but that for you means tons of opportunities to do a ton of different things. And if you're a student who is interested, I would really consider diving in deep, working with the MAB to help give you that level of support, because the industry is one that is rewarding and you can really make a difference in the communities that you serve. So I would highly recommend considering it.
Let's have a round of applause for Maddie for producing that fantastic video. And now it's time to recognize the 2023 MAB Foundation Scholarship recipients. Here's a look at this year's group.
I have always had a passion for creating things.
It has definitely been a long dream of mine since I was a little kid.
Watching the news, it always kind of intrigued me.
When I was younger, I used to put together Local 4 broadcasts of my own.
I love the fast-paced feeling of broadcasts, just like boom, boom, boom.
Broadcasting sports does not seem like a job at all.
I love sports, I love cameras, I love broadcast, I love all of it.
My goal is to just get into the journalism industry and be able to share a story.
My future goals is to be a play-by-play broadcaster.
I would like to have a career in radio, certainly in podcasting.
I am really committed to being a radio broadcaster someday.
Maybe work for a professional sports team or start, on the semis.
I really would like to start out of college as a reporter.
Play-by-play is definitely my passion and where I want to go.
Pipe dream is definitely to be a silent reporter for either basketball or football.
This scholarship means a lot to me.
First of all, it was super excited to just have some positive feedback on my work.
I feel like it's going to help me broaden my network a little bit more.
I mean, as we all know, school's expensive.
It's going to take a load off, and it's going to help me be able to relax.
It's hard to pay the fees of college, so I think the scholarships I was able to be provided by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters is going to be huge.
It's going to help me to pay my tuition and achieve my goals in the broadcasting industry.
It's going to help me fund my quest for equipment for recording.
I think it'll just push me to go even harder.
It just makes me love the MABs more, and I just want to keep creating.
I feel extremely supported. I feel really, really lucky that I got that scholarship.
This is actually the first scholarship I've ever earned, and so it just feels amazing.
So here that is how this is going to work. Scholarship recipients who are in attendance, please come to the stage using the ramp when your name is called, and then stay on stage for a group picture. Thanks to the generous support from the MAB endowment donors and station sponsors, we're proud to award over $24,000 in scholarship funds this year to a group of very hardworking students. For the competitive scholarships, third place goes to Chloe Hugg from Lawrence Technical University. Second place is awarded to Timothy Sukarski from Michigan Technological University. And congratulations to Lauren Smith from Hillsdale College, who is our first place scholarship recipient of the competitive college scholarships. Moving on now to the high school opportunities. These scholarships are awarded to 2 high school seniors annually who are planning on studying broadcasting or a related field at a Michigan college or university. Congratulations to Anthony Schulte from Lake Orion High School and Carson Schroeder from Northwest High School. The MAB Foundation holds endowments at specified colleges and universities throughout Michigan and also assists stations in awarding scholarships. Congratulations to Alicia Castillo from Western Michigan University, receiving the Carl E. Lee Scholarship. Rachel Fulton from Michigan State University, receiving the James H. Quello Scholarship via Carol White. Jackson Hayden from Grand Valley State University, receiving the Jerry P. Colvin Scholarship. Benjamin Hilgen from Central Michigan University is receiving a Dr. Peter Orlick Broadcasting Scholarship via Larry Patrick. Calvin Keys from Adrian College is awarded the Friends of Bill Burton MAB Foundation Board Scholarship and the Midwest Communications Southern Michigan Broadcasting Scholarship. Joseph Korzeniewski from Central Michigan University is receiving a Dr. Peter Orlick Broadcasting Scholarship via Larry Patrick. Tessa Kresh from Michigan State University gets the Gary A. Reed Scholarship. Anil Kuchikaz from Henry Ford College is awarded the Charles D. Fritz Scholarship. Adama Mbono from Michigan State University is awarded the Scripps Howard Fund WXYZ TV 7 Detroit Scholarship. Owen Ozust from Michigan State University is receiving 2 scholarships this year, the Charles D. Mefford Scholarship and the Cher Allen Memorial Broadcasting Scholarship. Seth Palmentier from Central Michigan University is receiving the inaugural Jamie McKibben Memorial Broadcasting Scholarship. Sid Roche from Oakland University earns the Alan W. Frank Scholarship. Kylie Shapansky from Central Michigan University also receives a Dr. Peter Orlick Broadcasting Scholarship via Larry Patrick. Megan Tarcia from Northern Michigan University earns a Stephen A. Marks Foundation Broadcasting Scholarship. Alexander Valentini from Ferris State University is awarded the Robert Race Memorial Broadcasting Scholarship. And Zach Serdenik from Michigan State University gets the Leisiger Biederman Scholarship via Ross Biederman. Congratulations to all the 2023 recipients.
Again, congratulations to this year's scholarship recipients. Again, $24,000 in scholarships this year. So thank you to those who have contributed to the foundation and to our generous donors as well. So at this time, I would like to head over to the Student Broadcast Awards. But before we do, I'd like to welcome Mary Drew of OK to Say, Michigan's Student Safety Program, to the stage. OK to Say is a wonderful partner of the MAB and a sponsor of this year's Student Broadcast Awards. So we welcome Mary.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this, and we appreciate MAB for hosting this amazing event. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of OK to Say, Michigan Student Safety Program, and we appreciate all those interested in going into the broadcasting industry, because the fact is you are the future leaders. And as leaders, I hope that you will always use your voice to speak up for those who might not feel safe to speak up for themselves. OK to Say is a confidential way to report anything that threatens your safety or the safety of others. It's a program that knocks down barriers so a student who is struggling can get help before a situation turns tragic. Each of you plays an important role in keeping your school and your community safe. If you notice a friend who's struggling or you see something posted on social media, please speak up. You have the power to make a difference, the power to save a life. OK to Say is working because of the thousands of students who are stepping up and making a difference. So I wanted to share one of our recent stories that demonstrates how a student made a difference. OK to Say received a tip about a student who made comments and posted messages about school violence. He referenced the MSU shooting and stated he would shoot his school. The tip was sent to the high school principal and the school resource officer. They began an investigation, and they ended up involving our computer crimes unit. Here's what they found on this student's phone and on his computer. Drawings and pictures of the guns, blueprints of the school, a video that highlighted the exit and entrance of the library, the school's evacuation and shelter-in-place plans. In addition, the student had created 3 websites under the suspect's name that talked about school shootings, bomb making, and booklets on improvised explosive devices. Subsequently, a search warrant was issued, and they were able to seize weapons and, again, additional drawings. The student was clearly on a pathway to violence. I share the student because heartache and tragedy was avoided because one student, just one student, had the courage to do what was right. The tip to OK to Say started a chain reaction that saved lives. Each one of you have the opportunity and the responsibility to speak up. By using OK to Say, you can help prevent tomorrow's tragedy today. Thank you.
All right, it's awards time. Let's get to it. When your group is called, please join the MAB staff on the side of the stage with the ramp to my right, your left, and line up under your school's sign. When we call your school's name, come up to the stage and gather in the center for a picture. We'll give all of your school's award certificates as you exit the stage using those stairs. If you receive an incorrect certificate, which does happen from time to time, or if you don't receive one at all, please let the MAB staff know after the awards lunch, and we'll get that corrected for you immediately. So at this time, I'd like to call all of the high school audio winners to please join the MAB staff to your left of the stage, and they will help you get in line. Being recognized today is a testament to your hard work and creativity. Finalists were announced earlier this year online, but we're excited to finally announce our first, second, and honorable mention honorees. We know this is a busy time for you all with spring breaks and midterms, so we certainly appreciate you taking the time today to celebrate with us. You should also be very proud of your work individually and what that means for the schools that you represent. So at this time, I'd like to welcome MAB Foundation Board Chair Seth Ressler back to the stage. He's here, and we will get ready to give our awards. Broadcast professionals in Michigan volunteer their time to judge the student entries. This year we had 540 entries from 43 schools and programs. Beginning with high school audio, here is how each school's finalist entries placed. And we'll start first with Avondale High School.
A combination of ice, rain, and wind is having a big impact in West Michigan. Thousands of people are left without power Thursday morning. There are currently 323 outages across the state, impacting nearly 19,000 customers.
Next on the high school audio is Bloomfield Hills High School.
Join us for a weekend full of pumpkin picking, apple cider donuts, and yes, lots of animals. Whether you're winning or losing, you should always have respect for your opponents and yourself when playing your sport.
Good game. Too often, students observe threats against the school or a student and say nothing.
Enough is enough. It's time to speak up.
I'm going to go May.
Horrible pick. That's terrible.
What are you talking
No,
about?
spring, every single spring month should be the last month picked. Horrible.
This is terrible.
When Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was carted off the field after a grim head injury in a game against the Cincinnati Bengals, fans flocked to social media to voice their displeasure with the Dolphins' decision.
Oh, come on. That was a horrible call. Bro, you're actually horrible. This stinks.
Stop. Do not be this person when playing organized sports.
20% of youth ages 12 to 17 have either developed a gambling addiction or are at serious risk of developing one. Gambling with friends may seem like a fun way to spend a night, but getting used to betting large sums of money can soon become dangerous and risky.
7-time NBA All-Star Kyrie Irving was suspended indefinitely by the Brooklyn Nets for his promotion of a controversial movie via his Twitter account.
If you witness bullying or hear threats against your school, call OK to Say at 855-565-2729 to leave a confidential tip.
OK to Say. Stop the silence. Help end the violence.
Congratulations, Bloomfield Hills. And we will continue, though, with audio. Plymouth Canton Community Schools.
I'm Anuya, and in tonight's news, paid parking could be on the way in downtown Plymouth.
Whether your kids have been naughty or nice, you can bring them by the train at the Plymouth Historical Museum.
We don't ask for prior experience. It's all based on what is your creativity, what is your passion.
If you witness bullying or hear threats against your school, call OK to Say.
Ryan McKegg breaks it out for a first down and a lot more to the left side. Great play by McKegg there to get the first.
And there's this part in the lyrics where they straight up go blue cheese, cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, cheese.
Yeah, while you're busy navigating pothole after pothole on Canton Center, you could be listening to Community Focus on 88.1 The Park.
I've been a youth hockey referee for 2 years, and I've seen the positive impact it has on kids. The Michigan Philharmonic wants to invite you to a night where Cryptos creak and tombstones quake.
The real focal point of our district, the priority of our district, student and staff safety and well-being.
Throw and, well, what they just call it, a catch. Did he get his feet in? And he did.
So the school day is over, but maybe tomorrow you could reach out and show a teacher a little extra love.
I want you to come take a deep dive with me into the moments that define music and the artists behind them every week on Time Capsule.
Now to Hajal, he drives in, tries to pick up a foul, no good. Charles Thorne on the putback.
Hello and welcome to Time Capsule. I'm Ariel, joining you to explore music history's most memorable moments.
Congratulations. And the last winning program in high school audio is Troy Athens High School.
Anyone really can make their music. It doesn't have to be famous or it doesn't have to be
popular,
published or anything. But some songs are like, they tell a story rather than like just a melody.
I want to be an actress. Scandal! Oh my God! Scandal in Troy, Michigan! Oh my God! Oh my God! Anyways.
Congratulations again to Avondale, Bloomfield Hills, Plymouth Canton, and Troy Athens. On now to the high school visual division, and we'll begin with Cedar Springs High School.
You've seen a lot of people retire over the past year and a half due to mental health reasons, and it's very important because it's starting to put more of a light on it. You know, these kids are expected to perform at their absolute best day in and day out, and it takes a toll on them.
Up next is Davison High School. Here's how each entry placed.
Me and him did everything together, all types of sports, football, and like he motivated me to do better because he always looked up to me.
It's short and painful. 2 months later, Jay's dad was stabbed to death. Jay continued to use football as his escape.
Believe it or not, that was 6 years ago. Now, Black Rock is an established hotspot in Davison, and the township is growing more than ever. And a lot of that growth is right here on Irish Road. A lifelong Davisonian, Jim Slazak oversees all the growth in the area as a township supervisor.
You know, the energy in here, it has that playoff feel to it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you get with a bitter rivalry. But he lost and recovers it there. Now it's a fast break for the Cards. Ty Rogers gets up for the nice little layup.
At the end of that, when you just realize just how short you are, and just that one frame or those two frames cost you, that's two shots of your entire day, your entire season. That if they were just a little bit better, you would have been walking away with a big trophy.
Pass to Curtis Stoney, he's going to get called for backcourt there. Tough scenes here for Grand Blanc already. That Grand Blanc crowd ain't making it easy.
Davison's making a lot of early mistakes. This is not good so far for this Davison team. Obviously, the Grand Blanc team are doing a lot of things right now.
The pandemic has affected multiple areas of our day-to-day life. Today on DTV, how it has impacted local businesses right here in Davison.
And do we have some friends in outer space? DTV looks into the big question.
East Kentwood High School is a winner this year. It's the first year that the school has entered the awards, so congrats to East Kentwood.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Parents, 5-yard penalty, third problem.
Congratulations, East Kentwood. And now to Frederick v. Pankow Center. Let's take a look at their awards.
The structure of the traditional school system leaves many students uninterested in learning, and more teachers than ever leaving the profession. However, students and teachers alike at the Frederick v. Pankow Center are individualizing learning through career and technical education classes.
Marquette Senior High School is next. This program consistently does well in sports categories, and this year is no different.
Yeah, this is a tough defense. Corner gets it into Bella. Bella, bounce pass, Brooke Logan blocked by Natalie Profit. Coming out of nowhere.
Marquette leads 47-33. Escanaba moving it around. There's a shot, no good. Rebounded by Bink. Bink drives and gets it to fall. That is Bink's 11th point of the night.
Moving on to the program at Rockford High School. Here's how they did.
Not only can you watch all of our sports live, but you can find community videos, concerts, school news, and other school functions.
This event is very special as it allows these kids to realize they are not walking alone in their journey.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Be the person you want to have in your life.
Rockford student Brady Smith, faced with discrimination, took it upon himself to create a survey.
With all the hardships that veterans face in and out of combat, it's important that they get the recognition they deserve.
Throughout the spring season, many athletes had some spectacular achievements and some amazing plays.
I was diagnosed with benign Rolandic epilepsy in the 2nd grade.
It was June 30th of 2021.
That was the day the Myers received the worst news of their lives.
This is our first edition of highlighting some powerful women in our community.
We have a lot in store for this special. There was word floating around because we knew we were going on a trip, but we didn't know what.
That trip turned out to be to the Rose Parade.
I walk through these halls and I'm always in class, begging for someone to notice me.
As things get more expensive and inflation rises, they want to see that our pay is rising with that.
This is the Hemlock Crossing Public Observatory in Ottawa County.
We can take a step forward in breaking the stigma of mental health and appreciating athletes for all their hard work. Don't forget that dreams are measured in how you play, not just wins and losses.
Rockford and Caledonia met earlier this year in conference play.
Rockford took the upper hand, winning 38-15.
But one nice thing.
Hey, you look really pretty today.
Can change someone's whole perspective.
Up next is Saline High School.
Social media is something that I feel like nowadays is becoming a lot bigger in the film industry. I do a lot of things. I do many different social media posts, including reels, photos.
Happy Valentine's Day, Hornets. We're glad you dropped by for our show. I'm Dawson Higgins.
And I'm Mitch Mazer. We've got some good stuff for you today. So like Cupid's arrow, let's fly right on into our show.
Trenton High School also received a finals entry, and here's how they did.
This is not the correct way to act in the stands. If you want to attend a THS sporting event, you must act in a respectful manner.
And closing out the high school visual category is Troy Athens High School.
I'm stressed. I'm failing 4 of my classes. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for that. Everybody hates me. I'm never good enough.
Visitor numbers clearly show they're working well, and I'm not sure why we would constantly underfund one of our strengths. I don't want maintenance backlogs. I want individual park units to be the proactive and innovative with their resources, not constantly trying to keep up.
I saw you texting back there, and I just want to make sure you don't do that as you get on the road, okay?
Yeah, I'll focus on the road, no problem.
You wouldn't want to turn your life into a horror movie. All right, have a good night.
Congratulations to all our high school visual award winners. Excellent job. And before we move on to the announcements for college audio, I'd like to welcome Dwight Brady and Mark Chevy from Communication and Media Studies at Northern Michigan University to the stage.
Hey there, I'm Dwight.
And I'm Mark. So, first of all, we'd like to thank the Michigan Association of Broadcasters for another fantastic event. Thank you. And we'd like to congratulate all the award winners and finalists.
Absolutely. And we're up on stage here basically to inform you about the great things that are happening at Northern Michigan University, because we were ways, north and past the bridge yet. But anyway, we just wanted to let you know about those things. But in the interest of time, I'm going to let my colleague, Dr. Chevy, kind of summarize this with just one word.
Opportunity.
Coming in, try backhander score.
I came to NMU to play football, but plans changed. I wanted to make plays. Now I'm making content.
I'm your host, Kobe Manzo. Welcome back.
I thought I'd be scoring touchdowns. I'm calling the game instead.
Keel down the center of the lane, and one!
I came here as an athlete. Now I'm a creator and a storyteller.
So how do you get them out of that headspace?
It's a great question. My plans changed, but I found a new way forward, and I'm just getting started.
It's a great story, for sure. Okay, go ahead. And we have some of the students who are actually in that video just a moment ago. Here, guys, stand up and wave. Don't be shy. Okay, there we go. And I'm sure they would love to share their stories with you as well. So please stop by, say hello to them and us if you'd like, at our table at the career fair coming up right after lunch.
All right. As mentioned in the video, we have a new television studio. We have a new audio recording studio. We're also building the area's first certified Dolby Atmos studio for producing spatial audio and immersive audio. We are also forming courses in which students can get certified in Pro Tools and Atmos audio production software. We have a strong student radio station that just got a brand new operating console just this week. And we also work closely with WNMU Public Television and Radio on campus.
So in addition to the great facilities on campus, we have not one, not two, not three, but 4 commercial television stations within minutes of the campus. And they offer good paying part-time jobs, paid internships, and of course full-time employment for our students as well. Unfortunately, we can't meet the demand right now between the local stations and stations in the Midwest. So again, a lot of opportunities there at NMU.
So the facilities are there, the opportunities are there, and we'd love to see you there.
And again, we'd love to see you there at our table after lunch, okay? So come on over, say hello, and again, thank you so much for your time. And again, thank you to the MAB for all of the neat editing and everything they did for the students here today. Thank you all.
Thank you again, Mark and Dwight. If you're a high school student, we do encourage you to visit, as you mentioned, NMU's table in the career fair following the lunch and learn more about their program. On now to college audio winners. The first winning program is Henry Ford College. Let's see how their finalists placed.
I am the Diva, host of Lyrical Infusion, Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. One of my favorite parts of my job here at WHFR is utilizing my platform to interview and play new and upcoming local artists.
And now into Hillsdale College, who had 9 finalist entries. Let's see how they did.
We're your hosts, Maddie Welsh
and Lauren Scott.
And today we'll be talking to Nathan Stanish about a hallmate of his who competes at high-level yo-yo competitions.
I spoke with State Representative Fink earlier this week. While he voted for the bills, he says the focus should not simply be on low cost, but also increased quantity of housing.
It had shaggy brown hair, a long snout, and hands that resembled theirs more than it did a bear's. It sounded canine too, but with an oddly human tone. It howled, and the men froze.
Our democracy is at stake.
So we have an opportunity to make 2022 the year that America fought back.
The results come soon, and it all starts now.
State Representative Andrew Fink tells WRFH his doubts about the plan.
If we don't, for instance, reduce our energy costs, if we don't make our corporate tax rates more competitive.
When I'm here at school, I'm so busy with people, I don't feel the pull to be on social media as much.
Right.
But when I'm on a break and I'm just at home, you have more downtime.
The longest evenly divided Senate is likely about to come to an end. Who will take control?
I think Democrats right now would win a majority in the Senate.
Republicans are still favored. Most casual sports fans know about the Stanley Cup. But are you familiar with the Canada Cup? Learn about it on this episode of Sports Storytime with Rachel Kukaji.
Every day, I wake up and drink tea. You might say that tea is my everyday drink. What's the point? Well, how do you know which of those everydays was written with a space and which was written as one word?
Michigan State University's student radio station is next, and here are their winning entries.
There's no way I'm going to get all of these projects done.
All my ideas are worthless.
I should just drop out. I feel like the entire weight of the world is resting on my shoulders.
I'm going to fail all of
Feels
my
like all
classes.
the walls are closing in.
I really don't like myself.
There's no
all
way I'm
my
going to get all of
ideas
these
are
projects.
worthless.
I'm going to fail all of
I'm
Feels like all the
grasping
walls
at
Looks like he's losing it, or is he a genius? Well, what if both were true? There's not
off a Cooper screen. Now Walker goes back to the left side. Kiss off the window, high on the glass. Walker ties the game at 37. Bradley quickly stops on the left wing, works back to the middle, kick to the corner. Clowney driving on the baseline. He's cut off, and a blocking foul on Cooper.
On to Mott Community College with 2 finalist entries.
And last but certainly not least, the final show of the season will be performed in May, following a brief break in April.
We are ending our season with the SpongeBob musical, which the rights just became available, and I think we're the first people to do it in the Genesee County area, and we're very excited about that.
People going through breast cancer and maybe can't afford their chemotherapy, or they need a place to stay because they're way too far away. This event helps fund all of those services for all of those people.
Gotcha.
Oakland University is next. Let's see how they did.
A lot of us feel stressed in our day-to-day lives. It's easy to get overwhelmed by what's happening around us. And it can lead to headaches, anxiety, and even cause digestive and heart issues.
This is Lori Hernandez from the 2016 Rio Olympics and season 23 of Dancing with the Stars. How did you, when you were at the Olympics, avoid the pressure of pretty much the whole world watching you?
Honestly, once I accepted that I could not avoid it, everything was a lot easier.
And we'll continue in college audio with Olivet College, who had 2 finalist entries.
This job, I thought, is the continued cooperation of thousands of years. Another link in a chain stretching back to the first wolf that wandered out of the forest towards the apes huddled around a fire.
No way. Stevie Wonder calls back
He hangs up again.
Why does this sound like an actual movie?
Because wouldn't you?
I would. I absolutely would. My friends are mean. They would totally pull that kind of a prank on me.
On next to the University of Michigan, who had finalist entries in the sports announcing team category.
JJ hands off. Donovan Edwards, 25-yard line, cuts upfield at the 20, 15, 10, still on his feet, 5-yard line, towards the goal line. Is he in? Yes, sir, he is. Touchdown, Michigan. Donovan Edwards, a magical run to put the Wolverines up by 2 scores. From the Illini 45, there's the snap. McCarthy will throw it quick to the right side. Up the hash mark goes Johnson, and he's brought down at the 32-yard line. Ronnie Bell points back towards his quarterback, says good pass, and Michigan's all the way down to the 31. First down, Wolverines.
Washtenaw Community College is up next.
Are you a patriot who loves America? Do you believe in individual freedom and liberty? Then Turning Point USA is for you. Turning Point USA is a political, nonpartisan student movement for freedom.
And finally in college audio, Western Michigan University. The last division that we are awarding today is College Visual. The first winning school is Central Michigan University.
Don't forget to send your questions for our bands on Twitter at @summit_sessions or in the comment section right here on YouTube Live.
Smiling down.
From YouTube, what is your favorite genre of music to listen to?
I'm your host, Rachel Ramsey.
And I'm Michael France.
People are licking a toad like it's an ice cream cone on a hot summer's day.
Delta College is next with 2 finalist entries.
Oh my God, I just hit somebody.
When you pick up a vape, here are some of the most common side effects. Coughing, chest pain, dry mouth and throat.
On now to Ferris State University, also with 2 finalist entries.
The Natural Stone Monument stands 149 feet above Lake Huron and is capped off by a natural stone bridge which spans a distance of over 50 feet.
Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll recap a big weekend for the Ferris State football team, check in with Ferris State hockey as they open.
Michigan State University is next. Let's see how all of their entries placed.
Whether you choose to engage on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube,
We are just 4 days away from the midterm election.
And how does Generation Z figure in all of this?
But that one gets by! It's Kovac!
In the next hour, we'll take you around the state and recap events leading up to tonight's vote.
These are tangible effects, not necessarily for every Spartan, but
A place called Dead Time Stories.
I think we like the scream wall. But we start tonight with a sport you probably haven't heard about for a little while.
Walking instead of riding. It's better than waiting.
30 minutes. Half hour.
For all the folks taking part. Chloe, how are the people feeling out there?
O'Connor to Muka again! Miroslav Muka!
Especially for women in Michigan.
All to see this.
Hello, Detroit!
At the Capitol, on a main road, or even at your front door.
It has been quite an eventful time here in East Lansing with a crosstown rivalry.
8,899 early learning schools closed across 37 states.
Amaya, how's the energy over there?
Caitlin, Destiny, you guys are right.
Cameron Evans, good opportunity here, and in!
You could argue no other shop in Lansing is filled with so much soul.
Let's head on over to the Breslin Center where Focal Point's Luca Maloney is live.
It wasn't long ago that the same township considered him a hero.
Now on to Mott Community College. Congratulations.
We have more power than we know we have. It's hard for a lot of women to take that step. We have to work at bringing more into the community and more influence on our younger generation.
Next up is Saginaw Valley State University with this entry. And rounding out our college visual competition is the University of Michigan.
With just days before the election, we're here at the Duderstadt Center, one of 2 satellite clerks locations on campus where students have the opportunity to register to vote or cast their ballot here on campus.
Let's keep the round of applause going for all of our winners this year. Now it is my pleasure to announce the 2023 Station of the Year recipients. This year we're celebrating the Stations of the Year in a very special way. And to share that announcement, let's hear from WLUC Vice President and General Manager Rick Rhodes.
My name is Rick Rhodes, Vice President and General Manager of WLUC in Marquette, and we are a proud sponsor of the Michigan Association of Broadcasters Student Station of the Year celebration at Little Caesars Arena on March 28th. WLUC was named MAB Station of the Year last year in our market, and we are incredibly proud of the work of our team that provides not only strong local news coverage, but impactful community support for the organizations and companies around Marquette and the UP. As you consider a career in broadcasting, I encourage you to reach out to our team at WLUC for job and internship opportunities. In fact, members of our team will be at the Red Wings game on March 28th to talk to attendees about the opportunities at our station and in the industry as a whole. We look forward to celebrating the best of the best in student broadcasting in the state March 28th at Little Caesars Arena, and congratulations to all of this year's MAB Student Broadcast Awards honorees.
Again, thank you to Rick and WLUC. As he mentioned, we're very excited to partner with the Detroit Red Wings and WLUC to celebrate our 4 Stations of the Year. Again, students from these stations are invited to Little Caesars Arena on March 28th to watch the Wings and Pittsburgh Penguins, and before the game, they will have a unique opportunity to hear from the Red Wings broadcasters Ken Cal and Larry Murphy. So we really look forward to honoring your work there. We'll begin with high school audio. Recipients, please come to the stage to receive your award and then return to your seat once you're done. We want to again thank BMI for sponsoring the Audio Station of the Year Awards. The 2023 High School Audio Station of the Year is Plymouth Canton Community Schools 88.1 The Park.
I'm Anuya, and in tonight's news, paid parking could be on the way in downtown Plymouth.
Whether your kids have been naughty or nice, you can bring them by the train at the Plymouth Historical Museum.
We don't ask for prior experience. It's all based on what is your creativity, what is your passion.
If you witness bullying or hear threats against your school, call OK to Say.
Ryan McKegg breaks it out for a first down and a lot more to the left side. Great play by McKegg there to get the first.
And there's this part in the lyrics where they straight up go blue cheese, cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, cheese.
Yeah, while you're busy navigating pothole after pothole on Canton Center, you could be listening to Community Focus on 88.1 The Park.
I've been a youth hockey referee for 2 years, and I've seen the positive impact it has on kids. The Michigan Philharmonic wants to invite you to a night where Cryptos creak and tombstones quake.
The real focal point of our district, the priority of our district, student and staff safety and well-being.
Throw and, well, what they just call it, a catch. Did he get his feet in? And he did.
So the school day is over, but maybe tomorrow you could reach out and show a teacher a little extra love.
I want you to come take a deep dive with me into the moments that define music and the artists behind them every week on Time Capsule.
Now to Hajal, he drives in, tries to pick up a foul, no good. Charles Thorne on the putback.
Hello and welcome to Time Capsule. I'm Ariel, joining you to explore music history's most memorable moments.
Again, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. The 2023 High School Visual Station of the Year is Rockford High School, Beyond the Rock.
Not only can you watch all of our sports live, but you can find community videos, concerts, school news, and other school functions.
This event is very special as it allows these kids to realize they are not walking alone in their journey.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Be the person you want to have in your life.
Rockford student Brady Smith, faced with discrimination, took it upon himself to create a survey.
With all the hardships that veterans face in and out of combat, it's important that they get the recognition they deserve.
Throughout the spring season, many athletes had some spectacular achievements and some amazing plays.
I was diagnosed with benign Rolandic epilepsy in the 2nd grade.
It was June 30th of 2021.
That was the day the Myers received the worst news of their lives.
This is our first edition of highlighting some powerful women in our community.
We have a lot in store for this special.
There was word floating around because we knew we were going on a trip, but we didn't know what.
That trip turned out to be to the Rose Parade.
I walk through these halls and I'm always in class, begging for someone to notice me.
As things get more expensive and inflation rises, they want to see that our pay is rising with that.
This is the Hemlock Crossing Public Observatory in Ottawa County.
We can take a step forward in breaking the stigma of mental health and appreciating athletes for all their hard work.
Don't forget that dreams are measured in how you play, not just wins and losses.
Rockford and Caledonia met earlier this year in conference play.
Rockford took the upper hand, winning 38-15.
But one nice thing.
Hey, you look really pretty today.
Can change someone's whole perspective.
Moving on to the college divisions, again, thank you to BMI for sponsoring the Audio Stations of the Year Gold Records. The College Audio Station of the Year is Hillsdale College, Radio Free Hillsdale 101.7 WRFH-FM. Congratulations.
We're your hosts, Maddie Welsh
and Lauren Scott.
And today we'll be talking to Nathan Stanish about a hallmate of his who competes at high-level yo-yo competitions.
I spoke with State Representative Fink earlier this week. While he voted for the bills, he says the focus should not simply be on low cost, but also increased quantity of housing.
It had shaggy brown hair, a long snout, and hands that resembled theirs more than it did a bear's. It sounded canine too, but with an oddly human tone. It howled, and the men froze.
Our democracy is at stake.
So we have an opportunity to make 2022 the year that America fought back.
The results come soon, and it all starts now.
State Representative Andrew Fink tells WRFH his doubts about the plan.
If we don't, for instance, reduce our energy costs, if we don't make our corporate tax rates more competitive.
When I'm here at school, I'm so busy with people, I don't feel the pull to be on social media as much.
Right.
But when I'm on a break and I'm just at home, you have more downtime.
The longest evenly divided Senate is likely about to come to an end. Who will take control?
I think Democrats right now would win a majority in the Senate.
Republicans are still favored.
Most casual sports fans know about the Stanley Cup. But are you familiar with the Canada Cup? Learn about it on this episode of Sports Storytime with Rachel Kukaji.
Every day, I wake up and drink tea. You might say that tea is my everyday drink. What's the point? Well, how do you know which of those everydays was written with a space and which was written as one word?
Congratulations, Hillsdale. They're on spring break, so they don't... Small representation, but a very powerful station. And last is College Visual. The 2023 College Visual Station of the Year is Michigan State University.
Whether you choose to engage on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube,
We are just 4 days away from the midterm election.
And how does Generation Z figure in all of this?
But that one gets by! It's Kovac!
In the next hour, we'll take you around the state and recap events leading up to tonight's vote.
These are tangible effects, not necessarily for every Spartan, but
A place called Dead Time Stories.
I think we like the scream wall. But we start tonight with a sport you probably haven't heard about for a little while.
Walking instead of riding. It's better than waiting.
30 minutes, half hour.
For all the folks taking part. Chloe, how are the people feeling out there?
O'Connor to Muka again! Miroslav Muka!
Especially for women in Michigan.
All to see this.
Hello, Detroit!
At the Capitol, on a main road,
or even at your front door.
It has been quite an eventful time here in East Lansing with a crosstown rivalry.
8,899 early learning schools closed across 37 states.
Amaya, how's the energy over there?
Caitlin, Destiny, you guys are right.
Cameron Evans, good opportunity here, and in!
You could argue no other shop in Lansing is filled with so much soul.
Let's head on over to the Breslin Center where Focal Point's Luca Maloney is live.
It wasn't long ago that the same township considered him a hero.
And just a special note about Michigan State, we've obviously had a tough last couple of weeks. These students and the students at the State News and other organizations have done an incredible job telling stories about the healing process, and that's gone a long way for this community, particularly here in Lansing and East Lansing. So just want to thank them and the entire Michigan State University for really rallying together, telling the stories of overcoming and coming back together. It's been very inspiring to see. Again, congratulations to Plymouth Canton, Rockford, Hillsdale, and Michigan State. We will see you all in a few weeks at Little Caesars Arena. Also, you guys are the future, right? This has been a great day. We've had a chance to learn and educate and connect, but honoring you today, I hope is something that you are very proud of. I hope your communities and schools are very proud of. And as you consider the next steps in your career of broadcast education, please lean on the MAB to help provide support and resources. We want to be there for you. We want to help connect you with jobs and internships and make those relationships last. As has been proven here today, there's any station in the state, they'd be lucky to have you, and I think they want you. You heard that today from Ronnie. They are inviting you in, and please take advantage of that. So at this time, we'd like to invite all of our scholarship recipients, scholarship sponsors, and the winners of the OK to Say PSA contest to come back to the stage to take some pictures. For those of you sticking around for the career fair, please now head to the River Street Pub, which is directly through the doors on the left side of the stage. Again, thank you to our wonderful sponsors, and OK to Say, WLUC, Northern Michigan University, and BMI for supporting today's program. And thank you all for coming and celebrating. Congratulations.